Press, you are most welcome to this short briefing. The Honorable Medad Segona is a member of our legal team on this petition, and he may have something to say, maybe briefly. And Mr. Senyimbe is a member of the summit of the TDA Uganda Go Forward. I just wanted to comment on the recent events relating to the petition. Obviously, I am limited by the rules of court on what I can say and what I can't say. I will not address, therefore, the merits or demerits of this petition because the rules don't allow it. However, I would like to tell you what you know, that last night, the two chambers, the legal team prosecuting this petition have been using, namely the chambers of Mr. Amama Mbabazi and company advocates, and then the chambers of Mwema and company advocates were both raided. We are definitely sure, I am informed, that because there were eyewitnesses, those who raided Mr. Muhammad's chambers, the legal firm of Muhammad and Company Limited, were about 30 in number, and the majority of them were in police uniform. Therefore, and it was just behind the police station in Wandegea, as you know. And we know for sure that the police leadership was informed about it, and it appears that obviously the whole operation was within their knowledge. We don't have direct evidence yet about the raid on Mwema and Company Advocates, that legal firm, but the raid was carried out about the same time, and it cannot be coincidence, it cannot be mere coincidence that these are the two workstations for this petition. We are therefore obviously very concerned. I tried myself to access the chambers of Mwema and Company Advocates. Some of you witnessed it, and I was denied entry. As you all know, the Supreme Court gave the petitioner up to end of business today to file the evidence that we may have. Today is the deadline. Again, it is incredible coincidence, if at all, that these raids were done a few hours before filing was to begin at 9 o'clock this morning. In both chambers, files were carried away, computers, laptops, and so on were carried away, and we have no idea where they are. We had affidavits, we had, in short, evidence that was going to be presented in court through filing. I can only say that I really don't know what to say. I don't know what words to use to describe this state of affairs. It's unheard of. I've not heard of lawyers' chambers being raided by state machinery. As you know, I've been around for quite a bit of time. I've seen many governments, including the men I fought, that were dictatorships. I don't remember that this happened, not even in Idi Amin's time. I was a practicing lawyer then. So I would like to express my total indignation about the turn of events. Obviously, I was unable to consult with the team of lawyers. Those of you that witnessed it, there were a number of them in Moema's chambers, and I was denied entry. They were denied exit to talk to me. And although I came and there was no obstruction to the chambers of Amama Mbabazi, Mr. Amama Mbabazi had a court session this morning and this afternoon. So we have agreed that the lawyers will assemble later on, assess the impact of these raids, and then decide what course of action to take. Really, in short, that's what I wanted to say about what happened in the last few hours. I just want to add that this is in addition to the various acts by the state to intimidate our witnesses by arresting them, because they have arrested many. The other day in court, our team of lawyers, actually Mr. Amama Mbabazi were here, who was just coming, did raise the matter with the Supreme Court about 14 of our witnesses that had come to give evidence, they had come to swear affidavits, and they were arrested by police just outside my residence as they were turning in. And up to now, we don't know exactly where they are. We've been trying to trace them. That day, they were taken to Kireka. I don't know whether Kireka is a police station or it's a detention center. After the matter was raised in the Supreme Court, they were taken out of Kireka, taken to Narufenya or something like that, which is a notorious place, a detention center by the police in Jinja. It is in Jinja district, and actually some of them were taken to Jinja police station. And up to now, to the best of our knowledge, they've not charged them with anything in any court of law. And this is consistent. They had arrested 6 others previously on the same spot. Their vehicle was found vandalized somewhere near Temangalo, and the 6 of them disappeared. Up to now, we don't know where they are. For these, I think they had already sworn affidavits, but we don't know where they are. And I keep getting reports from up country, from people who had expressed readiness to give us evidence about what happened and the intimidation that has been going on by state agencies. And I can only condemn it and say, as someone who has been in leadership in this country for a very long time, it's a sad day for Uganda.
How do you think these break-ins will affect your case?
I said that we have, the team of lawyers has not gathered yet for the reasons I gave, but we hope they will gather soon and they will advise me on that question. I wouldn't want to. But obviously, you can guess as much as I can about the impact of these raids. I've told you, they have carried away computers, they've carried away affidavits, hard copies. Poor lawyers, I don't know if you have any
Well, I can only say it's too early to speculate on the effect it's going to have on the progress of the case, but it will certainly have. So until we are out of that meeting, it may be premature for us to address specifics.
Yep. Well, again, that's a question I think the lawyers will answer. I'm not in a position to answer it, but I think I will give you the same answer as I gave Catherine, that your guess is as good as mine. Because if they've taken away the affidavits, they've taken away the computers. In other words, they've taken away all the tools.
Yes, arrested some of the deponents.
And they have arrested some of those who would depone, who would swear the affidavits. Well, I mean, the conclusion is only logical and rational that it will affect the progress. Yes.
Maybe in the Supreme Court, part of the concern we had raised is that if these arrests continue, then it will be extremely difficult to meet the deadlines that the Supreme Court was giving. And of course, the Supreme Court has judges who live in this country who are also witnessing what is happening. And I think, as my colleagues have said, we will be able to inform them in case we don't beat their deadline on what has happened.
My name is Edward.
Well, as you know, I'm a great believer in our judicial system. I have confidence in our judiciary to administer justice. So I don't want to prejudge their actions in light of what is going on. And I will wait to hear from them what they do. Okay? Great.
Thank you. My name is David. So what happened is really for propaganda value. It seems to insinuate that it's like an insider job that you're doing this.
This is the government spokesman,
Ofono.
Ofono Pondo. Well, I find it difficult to put my level at Ofono Pondo's because all of you are rational people. I will not engage in that game. I'm a mature person, okay? And I want to act maturely. Please, don't drag me there. Yes? Well, these arrests, I didn't address the question of arrests comprehensively because the arrests are going on every day. I told you state agencies are out on a hunt everywhere, every part of Uganda, for those who have indicated their readiness to give evidence. And the whole idea is to intimidate them, either through arrests or words of intimidation. And for instance, only today, someone called Dominic Tibasimwa of Kamwenge has been arrested. And the reason is that he had been saying that he had evidence. He had evidence about malpractices in this election. There is Kasirie Joseph of Mukono, who was also arrested. These are new. I didn't address the full extent of the arrests that have been going on. We will have time to do so, okay? And we were specific. If that spokesperson had listened to Mr. Sumani Basari in court, maybe she wouldn't say that.
Can I just ask?
No, I can only reiterate my confidence in our court system and the judges constituting the Supreme Court and the panel that specifically is listening to this petition. I have no doubt about them because I know them, all of them. And that's the opinion I hold. I am unable to express the opinion of others because I have not been mandated to do so. Okay. The FDC has not favored me with an explanation or a plan. They have. So I'm unable to comment on it. I'll be happy to do so if I hear what it is, and as you know, I'll give my opinion because I have stated very clearly in the various. I think I've issued some press releases since the election And I have called on our supporters and the general public as a whole to keep calm. This is the course we've chosen to take, and we believe we will receive justice through this channel we have selected. And so they should keep calm until this is concluded, and we see what happens. I have said again many times previously that if the actions of the police are not contained by the state, by government, Uganda is surely and very quickly sliding into a police state. In other words, where political issues are decided by using the police instead of, obviously, applying democratic methods. And this is a travesty of democracy, a travesty of justice. And as I told you, all my life, I committed myself to fight for justice, not against justice, never. Thank you very much.
Have a dictatorship in Uganda.